And we're back! Hello everyone, Max, also known as M. Kieran here. Welcome back to the Writer's Life Vlogs, where I let you know about what I've been doing, what I've been up to, and I offer writing advice and inspiration along the way. Why are you looking so weird today, Max? Well, first and foremost, it's been a weird week for me. It's been a weird last 24 hours for me. It's been a weird recording for me this week. But before I go on any of that, I want to let you know that today's subjects are going to be my week, and I'm going to let you know a little bit about the idea of making time, finding the time to do what you want to do, and a little bit of a story from yours truly. Those are the subjects of today, so now, let's dive right in. So, welcome to my week. Let me put Slowpoke on my shoulder. So, what happened this week? 3 quick points. First, I've been playing some more of, do I have it here? Oh my god. I still have it here. Yeah! I don't have to put an image on the screen. I've been playing some more of Monster Hunter Stories. And this game is very good. This is a good RPG. And it brings the Monster Hunter experience into an RPG, that is a role-playing game. And it nails it. I talked in the previous video. I actually cut out like 10 minutes of me talking about Monster Hunter. Because, trust me, listen, I watched those videos before you do. It was enough Monster Hunter talk, okay? But I've got like 2 minutes and I can get this in right now. Monster Hunter was originally a game for the PS2. And it's been a journey for me, because I love that game. I played a lot of it growing up. I played it online. I played a PS2 game online back when it meant you had to unplug your phone line and connect it into your PS2. I had the PS2 Slim, in case you were wondering. That's why it had the built-in broadband net adapter. I forget. And I remember playing this game that seemed obtuse to me. This game that was so weird about the way that it approached gaming. Because it was a game without levels. It was a game where the only thing that made you stronger was the gear you had. And the only way to get gear was to kill these huge monsters that were hard and had strange patterns that you had to memorize. And you had to learn your own weapon that you used to fight. It was a blast. So I'm playing this RPG, and it's a very lovingly made gem, I would almost say. There's like all the monsters have their patterns in a different way. All the animations are beautiful. You get to team up with the monsters and kill other monsters instead of just killing the monsters. It actually touches on the difference between writers, who are people who write the monsters, and hunters. And when the two clash, it gets kind of real, actually. And I appreciate it. It's a cute game with a cute story, and I'm enjoying it so far. If you would like to hear more about it and see me post screenshots and little videos, follow my Twitter. The other thing that happened this week was I did my Patron update. What's that? Max, that video went up last week. What are you talking about? And I'm like, okay, listen. Time is an illusion, and we're all traversing time and space on a magical rock that's surfing across the black emptiness of space, so cut me some slack. Also, I'm trapped inside of this video. So, listen. I have my time prison, you have yours. Let's not split hairs. In case you're wondering, I record videos so we can advance because they go up to Patron so we can advance. So, technically speaking, you're actually in the past and I'm in the future. Time is an illusion. Oh my god, it's too early to be this woke, Max. Okay. What's the other subject? This is the most petty thing ever. I recorded these videos yesterday, actually. If you follow me on Twitter, you saw me last week, I guess, dying because I recorded these videos. I recorded what I think was one of the most touching videos I've ever done. And when I went to edit it, I realized that the mic hadn't been registered by the recording software, and instead he used the microphone from the webcam. And let me tell you, that's not good. I sounded bad. It was unsolvable. I couldn't fix it. Oh man, I hate when English doesn't work. Or when my brain don't work no good. It was unsalvageable. Unsalvageable. If you say a word too many times over, it loses all meaning. I think there's actually a reason why that happens with your brain. But anyhow, so here I am, recording them. I think I did a pretty good job with the video. I ended up shooting a completely different subject because it was too close for me. So that's what happened to me yesterday. It's been a lot of just working through this, Patreon, playing games on the side. Kitty and I are watching anime, but I can't talk about it because it's going to be a big review on our other channel, Dango Duo. So, yeah, the life of Max, things are moving forward. There is, okay, by the time this goes up, one of the things I'm talking about, it's already being up, but, like, there's a really hyped couple of months coming up for me, because, like, the Animal Crossing mobile game is coming out. In the beginning of December, Monster Hunter World, the new PS4 game, is going to have a demo on PSN. In January, Monster Hunter World comes out, as well as the beta for Stardew Valley multiplayer. The hypest. Oh my god. I'm gonna get no work done. I'm gonna sleep less so that I can do more writing, so I can justify playing more Monster Hunter World. Oh my god. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. Max... Ryder dies live on stream playing too much Monster Hunter World. That's not the sort of PR that Capcom needs, honestly. If you have a PS4 and you end up deciding to get Monster Hunter World for some reason, let me know. Let me know, and I'll add you, and we'll kill monsters together. That would be fun. You know, actually, that might actually be really fun. I'm actually planning on doing a bunch of videos for Dango Duo. So, actually, if you're planning on doing the beta on the PS4, hit me up, and... because it would be more fun to kill monsters with people as opposed to just me killing monsters by myself. But anyhow, that's... Max reaches out to people to play games with on a different channel, on a random video. That sounds like something I would do. But anyhow, personal update is over. Things we learned today. Time is an illusion. And we're all being transported by a magical rock across the black emptiness of space. I was like, oh, can I just bring this into Flat Earthers? We're being transported on a magical disc. On a magical CD disc across time and space. Like a frisbee. That sounds like the plot of a story, but isn't that Discworld? It actually is not Discworld. Discworld's pretty good. Terry Pratchett, he's pretty good. Hey, have you heard Terry Pratchett's pretty good? Hey guys, have you heard of this little known writer, Neil Gaiman? He's pretty good. I heard he's pretty good, alright. Yo, have you heard of this little known horror writer? I think his name is Stephen King. Oh, he's pretty good, I think. Oh my god. People are like, huh, Max, you like Slowpoke because he's cute and pink. And I'm just like, no, I am Slowpoke. Do you have any idea how much of a Slowpoke I am? I didn't realize. Okay, real talk. The realist talk right now. I had no clue this game came out this year. I thought, because I'm a Slowpoke, and I'm always late to the party. And I was like, oh, this game totally came out in 2016. There's no way I'm playing a game that's current. Sometimes miracles happen. And sometimes, the actual ending of the personal update is at the end of the personal update. Alright, the real personal update is over. The real subject of the day starts now. The real Dark Souls starts now. Okay. You know, I've really considered myself to be... you know, when you think about it, I really am the Dark Souls of writers, really, when you think about it. Oh god, oh god. I said it on video now, which means someone's gonna quote me on it. Oh god. I am Kieran, as the Dark Souls of writers. Oof, oof. What a weird personal update. Anyhow, today we're gonna talk about the idea of making time. Because I found that there was a missing piece to the puzzle. There's something I say all the time, and I realized that without context, it actually doesn't make much sense. Or rather, it may seem a little cruel for me to say that. So, let me just take a sip of water, and then we'll begin. When someone reaches out to me, and they're like, Max, I want to do more writing, but I just don't got the time. I got school, and I got work, and sometimes I even got kids. Sometimes I even have children to deal with. That would be a funny email. But you have these things in your life. You have all these responsibilities. And how do you find the time to do the things you want to do? Regardless of whether it's writing. It can be things like working on your own personal projects. Things like practicing a hobby or a talent, or just taking more time for yourself. And the advice that I've always done, especially for writing, has been make sacrifices. Because everyone's got the same 24 hours in the day. And I know it may seem weird to you to think that Beyonce has the same 24 hours we have. But she does. Make sacrifices. Now, I say that, and a lot of people get it. And some people don't get it. And I'm not saying that in a bad way, because I realized you're missing context. You're missing context for something that happened to me that would help you understand this. So, welcome back to Story Time with Max. The year is... Oh god, no. Oh no, it's settling in. It's my junior year in high school. The year is 2006. Don't make the math. Don't math. We're writers. We're not good at math. Don't think about it. I'm not old. It's fine. It's my junior year in high school. I'm taking my social studies class. And the professor was very nice. He was actually like a nice guy. If you want a mental image to paint you the world we're in, slightly tall guy. He's white. He balding. He kind of had like a pill-shaped head, long head, you know. But his face was a good face because he had basically the face of Frasier from the TV show Frasier. So he always kind of looked kind of smug. He kind of looked smug all the time, which was kind of funny because he didn't look. The rest of his body didn't really work with that aesthetic. But he was a nice teacher and he was dedicated to what he did. And he wasn't a bad person. I just kind of really didn't care for the subject. Teenage Max really didn't care about that. And I remember one time, and this memory stuck with me, and it just goes to show how the things people say can affect other people. In this case, in a positive manner. Because I remember I was in class, and I hadn't done the homework, because I really didn't care for that subject. And the professor, the teacher, was, going around and it's like, hey, you got it? Where's the homework? Name. And when he got to me, and this is before the class starts, so, people are talking and stuff, and I give the excuse that everyone's done in their lifetime. Everyone's done this. I'm not special. But he's like, hey, homework, Max? And I'm like, oh, sorry. I didn't have the time. And he looks to me with this smug look, and he says, you chose not to do it. And something in me clicked. Yeah, I chose not to do it, Teenage Max thought. I didn't care for that reading assignment. I didn't care for that paper. I saw it, and I chose not to do it. I chose instead to play more Resident Evil 4, because I found it to be a much more rewarding experience. And in a way it did affect my writing. But I remember sitting there, and I smiled at him. Not in a sort of like, screw you, Teach. No, it was like, yeah, I chose not to do it. I was passing the class anyway. I chose not to do it. I saw my options, and I made the choice. And that stuck with me. It stuck with me, it lingered with me. As I graduated from high school, as I had my first job at a restaurant, as I met people who were not fun to be around, and regardless of the social expectations of like, well, you gotta hang out with everyone you work with, I decided instead to just be like, I choose not to spend time with these toxic people. And as I went to college and I met more people and I developed writerly companions, and I realized that some of them were not the most best people to have around and were not inspiring me to become a better person. I decided, I choose not to spend time with you. And as I became more and more serious with writing, and I wanted to dedicate more time to it, because I was working in a laboratory 12 hours a day, and I would get home and I would have just like 2 hours for myself. And I used to spend those 2 hours playing games and watching videos on YouTube. And I know it may seem a little ironic for me to tell you to not spend time watching videos on YouTube when I benefit from you watching videos on YouTube. But listen, I realize I've got those 2 hours. I'm gonna choose to do what I want to do. And that was writing. There's a lot. Life can feel very futile at times. The situation you're in can feel overbearing, and you may think to yourselves, I don't have a choice. This is what I've got, and I don't get to choose. And I'm here to let you know that of course you get to choose. Of course you can choose. It may not be the easy choice. It actually never is. But you can choose. You can choose who are your friends. You get to choose who you want to be. It's not easy. It's never easy. But you can do it. And yeah, even when it's hard, even when it seems almost impossible, you can choose. And yeah, there are times when the choice, of course, is nearly impossible. I mean, I know some of my viewers are dealing with school and work and family and children. And in situations like that, I'm like, if there's nothing you can do, it's okay. It's okay. Because really, it's not about writing every night. It really isn't. I don't write every night. I actually only write a few days a week, but I do a lot of writing on those days. But even then, I have my schedule and I stick to it and I do it. And even when life gets in the way, because life always gets in the way, the random encounters of life, I get back into it. You get off the horse, you get back on the horse. Is that how the metaphor goes? I forget. Either way, either get back on the horse or get off the horse. You do what you need to do. You make the tough cuts, the big sacrifices, and the tough choices. How do you make the time for writing? How do you find the time? Well, everyone's got the same 24 hours in the day. And people hate hearing that, and I used to. But now I find it endearing. Because I know that no matter what you may think of other people, they have 24 hours too. And if you can make the most out of those 24 hours, you can keep going, you can keep doing what you do, and you can get to where you want to be. As they say, a journey of 1,000 miles begins with one step. I think it goes like that. I hope today's video has been insightful, and I hope that if anything, I've kind of justified more of that piece of advice, make sacrifices, which now should mean more along the lines of make the tough choices. There is no shame. If you don't want to go to that party, don't go to that party. Like, this is not even writing advice, this is just hashtag life advice. If you don't want to go to that party, girl, don't go to that party. You don't gotta. You don't have to. It's okay. If you really don't like that person, don't hang out with them. If you really don't want to spend time with that person, don't spend time with that person. And please, do me a favor and cut all those toxic people from your life. I saw a post today, and it was nice because it's the most real thing. All the toxic people that I left behind in my life are in the exact same place where I left them. And that's the truest thing. You gotta find people who inspire you to be better. And hopefully today I've inspired you to get a little more done. And honestly, truest real Max right here. If you stop watching my videos because you would rather be writing, that's fine by me. Just let me know when that novel is finished so I can maybe check it out. But seriously, do what you need to do. And sometimes it's okay to take free time. Oh my god, I should clarify this before I go. Life can't be all work. Sometimes you must choose to take some time for yourself. Remember that. Anyhow, I've gone on for way too long. I hope this video helped, and I hope that if anything, I gave you another point of view. Remember, I take questions from the comments down below as topics for future videos, so there is that. And I also answer your questions, of course. I have a Twitter. You can check it out if you want more updates on me on the go, especially as to what I'm doing and silly things. And of course, there's my Patreon, where you can pledge a little bit of your money every month and get cool perks and support me in return. For instance, if you pledge as little as $1 a month, you can watch my videos a week in advance. You can go right now and watch next week's videos on my Patreon. Alright, I hope Storytime with Max was fun. On the screen right now, you know what to do. There's stuffs for you to click on, playlists, buttons to subscribe, my other channel with my best friend Kitty. You know what to do. Thank you for tagging along. Thank you for spending a little bit of your day with me. And I hope that you go out there, make those tough choices, and enrich your life.